We are live. Hello, everybody. I am so excited. And I say that I listen to all my podcast recording and I'm always like, I am so excited. But I really am. I get excited about talking to all of these wonderful, powerful women that are doing cool things. As y'all know, we are in season 2 of the LaRae Infinity Let's Talk podcast. And we have our full audio version where you get to hear the full unapologetic stories of women, their highs, their lows, their triumphs, their failures, their wins, and everything in between. And then we go live on Tuesday evenings to talk about my guests' careers, side hustles, what they're doing in the world, and the impacts that they're making. And because the one special edition that I did in June went so well, we're bringing back special editions because season 2 is all about highlighting and amplifying the voices of women in and around the Houston area. But we still have all these women all over the country that we just cannot stop talking about. And so I'm so excited today to have Shivani. Shivani, y'all, I have to say this, and she's probably rolling her eyes in the queue room, but she's 25 and she blew me away. I met her in something that I guess could maybe, Shivani, you'll tell me later, could be considered social impacting. But we had this great exchange. She's a yogi. She's dope and everything else. So I just want to bring Shivani on. We are going to be talking about social impact, what that means, how her company does social impact, and how you can get involved right at home in a real actionable, easy ass way without doing too much, and do it globally but locally. So here we go. We're going to bring Shivani in. Let's see if I get this right. Yes. Hey girl.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going really good. I want to thank you for being here with me on this Saturday, of all Saturdays, because you were explaining to me a little bit about your culture and what's going on with you. So I just want you to introduce yourself, do your little vibe, maybe shout out your zodiac too, because I didn't give you the traditional let's talk welcome, but say your age, your zodiac, what you plan on talking about today, and then go into what today means to you.
Oh, I love it.
Yes.
Oh my God. Thank you so much, Legina, for having me here today. I'm really excited to talk to you about social impact, not only what we're doing, but what the world is seeing. And yeah, I'm really happy to be here. So thank you so much for the opportunity. A little bit about myself. I am Shivani. I'm in Chicago, Illinois, 25 years old. And part of my job is working at Impaction. I also work as a budget and grants analyst at Chicago Public Schools. So that's a whole nother thing over there. And my zodiac sign is Aquarius. And ultimately, my journey in the social impact space has been it's been very interesting. I first started in the social impact space as a freshman at Marquette University in Milwaukee, and was lucky enough to go to a school that was a part of the Ashoka Changemaker campus. So as a part of Ashoka, it's a global social entrepreneur nonprofit, and they partner with various schools and organizations across the world to bring the Changemaker curriculum, the social entrepreneurship curriculum, to students around the world. So, I got acquainted to social entrepreneurship through there, and was still majoring in biological sciences, and then ended up changing my major in the end of junior year. I would not advise that on anyone if you want to graduate on time. But yeah, it was like a whole experience with my grandfather's school that he built in Daegam, and it ended up being a really interesting career path for me. But when I got into that career path, I didn't look back, and yeah, social impact has changed my life for the better. So
yes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Talk about what we were talking about earlier with your heritage and what today is, because I feel like it asked, but we're gonna make this happen.
No, I'm so happy to be here. My cousins are coming later. It's all good.
Okay.
But yeah, right now, Indians are celebrating a holiday called Navratri, and Navratri is a 9-day, 9-night and 10-day long festival. Whatever we do, we go large at it. That's the Indian way. But basically, it's a celebration of good triumphing over evil.
Mm.
There's this one book called the Ramayana, where it's a war between Ram, who is on the good side, and Ravan, who has kidnapped Ram's wife. And Ram ultimately has to go to Sri Lanka to battle Ravan and get his wife back. And Navratri is the holiday, the festival that celebrates Ram's victory over Ravan. So that's what we celebrate. We celebrate with lots of light, lots of divas. We have a lot of good food, and usually
Ooh.
family and friends come over, and it's like a whole thing. And as a part of Navratri, we host something called Garba. So you dance in circles with your friends, with your family for 9 days straight every single night. And it goes to like 2 or 3 in the morning sometimes. So it's
Wow.
so
So
much
like for real
fun.
partying.
Oh, yeah. But because of
Okay.
COVID, things have changed. But
Hmm.
yeah, it's usually like one of the best times of the year for sure.
Okay, well, we are 297 days into the year. We have Shivani with us, y'all, and I'm Legina. I'm in Houston. Shivani's in Chicago. Shout out where you're from. Put it in the chat. We can see it. Say hi to us. Comment. Ask questions. We're here for it. We're gonna talk all about, as it says on the little ticker below, because we're like high tech. We're talking about the social impact. I do need to let everybody know this is an adult stream. I am my father's daughter. I do cuss. I don't know what Shivani gets down for, but I'm here for it. I support her. So I just want to talk really quick. You went over who you are as a person, kind of your background, your school and everything else, but talk about talk about impaction. What is that? And I guess let's go back a little bit. We got Houston in the house. Let's go back a little bit and talk about actually what the word social impact means, because that sounds so trendy. Like, what is social impact?
Yeah, absolutely. So ultimately, for me, social impact can be something as simple as the effect that you have on a community and that contributes to the well-being of the community, like individuals or families in that network. So impact can be negative or positive, but when we're talking about social impact, we tend to phrase it as it being a positive effect on the people who we're looking to help at the end of the day. It's something as simple as that. It doesn't have to be enterprise ridden. It doesn't have to be, donations or funding ridden. It's just what it is.
Okay. So old school, new school. So if we're
Yeah.
talking to like our parents, right? And we're trying to break down, because a lot of the careers that we come up with nowadays, it's like, what is that? Oh, I'm an influencer. Well, what the hell? You get paid what to do that? So when we're talking about social impact, you're like, hi, mom and dad, like I want to go change the world and I'm gonna be a social impactor. What does that mean, old school? How do you translate that to your parents? And then tell it to us in Gen XYZ terms too.
Yep. Especially with TikTok, I think this is a good question. Social. Yep. So the influencer, that whole network is something else. But what we've seen in the shift in social impact, especially in the last 5 years, social impact has been evolving. It's a relatively new term. Social entrepreneurship in particular is a new term that was coined in the 1980s by Bill Drayton, the founder of Ashoka. And he created a network of social entrepreneurs whose mission is that anyone around the world can make an impact. But the problem with that is not everyone wants to start their own business to help others, and not everyone can afford to. And also some of these conventional ways, like donating or voting or fundraising in ways that can contribute to social good, may be indirect, really time intensive and expensive. So we saw that because of this, there's a huge barrier to entry for people who just want to get involved in the social impact space.
Mhm.
Actually, we interviewed and surveyed hundreds of people just when we were coming up with our organization. We found that actually 93% of people want to make a difference in their local communities,
Mhm.
but 40% don't believe that the current social impact space makes it easy to do so.
Okay,
Because
so
of
when
this,
did you
yeah,
when did you do the survey?
this was over the course of 2 years. So
Oh,
this was
wow.
in 2018. Yeah, that's when we launched.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how broad was the survey? Like, where was it, just the United States, or what were some countries you hit?
Yeah, so mostly the survey was in the United States, but it was a survey and interviews. So we talked to undergraduate and graduate students based out in the East Coast and the Midwest,
Mhm.
and the survey was nationwide. So the age demographic for the survey was actually, 40 and up. We had some 20 and under people, but the people that we talked through the interviews themselves, they were people at Ashoka themselves. So they ended up being interns who were always also there when me and my co-founder were there. So they were our age.
Got it, got it, got
Mhm.
it. So we're moving. You just gave the caveat, but when you're talking about me and my co-founder, so you're 25
Yeah.
and you are a co-founder of what?
I'm the CEO.
You're the
So
CEO.
I do the operations and finance.
Okay.
Mhm.
Of Impaction.
Mhm. Yep.
Right. So go into Impaction. Tell us how you figured out how to make social impact like this global thing locally. That it's easy to do.
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, because we saw that there was a huge barrier to entry in the social impact space, we came up with Impaction.
Mhm.
And through Impaction, our mission is to expand the talent pool in the social impact space. So we host events to get people interested in social impact, and then we connect those people from events to jobs in the social impact space.
Got it. What
So
kind of events do you host?
yeah, so we host social innovation competitions. So we partner with universities and incubators for that. We host these weekly hackathons called video sessions where we solve challenges for real world social entrepreneurs around the world. And number three, we host international community projects. So these are simple ways that people can give back to their local communities. An
Got it.
example of this is we hosted an international clothing drive last year, and we asked people around the world to donate items of clothing to their clothing drives, their local organizations. And all we asked was count the number of items that you donated and tell us where you donated to. We ended up having people across 20 different cities participate. They set up clothing drives of their own that people can donate to. We ended up having over 1,000 clothes donated in a month, and we were able to share because of this seemingly simple act. Through collective action, we were able to save over 1 million gallons of water. We were able to reduce carbon emissions by 19,000 pounds. So there's these seemingly simple things that we can do that can just get anyone interested in social impact.
Yeah. How do you get those numbers? Where are you coming up with those social impact numbers?
Yeah, so basically it's through research online. We find journals, we do a conversion based off of the metrics that we find on scientific journals. But we set those metrics in the beginning so we know what we're measuring for towards the end.
Girl, you're in this. You're in this. So Impaction is doing all kinds of stuff. How many people, 750 people are in your community, right?
That number has grown to 1,300. So
Okay. 1,300 people. Wait, so I listened to another podcast you were on, and it was at 750, and that podcast was like a couple months ago,
mhm.
right?
Yeah,
Okay,
it was in
so
the
what are
spring.
you doing? How are you reaching out to these people, and how many countries are you in? Because I don't dare guess anymore.
Yeah, so since then, we've hosted a couple of events. Uh, Social innovation competitions are a great way for people to get involved. So through that, we've launched our job portal as well during that time. So that was a huge way to get people involved. And we've hosted video sessions every single week. So when we host video sessions, we ask our like the people that we host to include this with our network, share it across social media, and then it's mostly through word of mouth. We haven't put a dime into marketing so far.
Wow.
So I'm excited about that. And we're across.
Yeah, no, that's big.
Yeah.
You're across what?
50 countries so far.
50 countries. Name some of them.
Yeah. So obviously we're in the US, Canada.
Yeah.
A huge outlet for us is in India as well. Many countries across East and West Africa, like Ethiopia, Tanzania, Ghana is a big one, Nigeria, and yeah, those are like the main sockets that we're in.
Yeah, that is so dope. Okay, so I want to do something kind of cool
Yeah.
because these are our special editions, and in our special editions, like we want to be like interactive and figure stuff out. So I have your website pulled up, and I want to go through like what's special about your website. Maybe you can show me some of your little prized possessions or your jewels that people can really get into. But before we jump into that, what do I need to be a part of Impaction? How much does it cost? How old do I need to be? All that kind of stuff. Like, tell me how to get involved.
Anyone can get involved. That's the big thing. So it's free of cost. There is no age restriction. If you want to learn, if you want to be a part of Impact, then we are not going to, like, there's no barrier to entry to get involved in Impaction, period.
Yes, repeat that. That is a good one. Say it again with the period.
There is no barrier to entry to interact and participate in Impaction, period.
I love it. Yeah. Okay. So, age group, age demographic, like how old do I need to be? All that.
Yeah. So we ask for people to be at least 16 and up. Just so, you know, you're going to be talking to people online. You're going to be talking to people across video sessions. And if you're not 16, ask your parents if that's okay. And, you know, we can get vetted. We can talk to your parents or whatever you need to feel comfortable. But you will be talking to people internationally if you're going to be on our calls. So whatever you feel comfortable, we'll be ready to help you.
Okay. And you said you host these calls every Sunday?
Yes.
Okay. And what's the format of this call? So when I finally sign up and I'm in, what am I going to expect when I'm in this community on a Sunday?
Yeah, so what ends up happening on those calls, they're just 1 hour calls. They're recorded and we put them on our YouTube channel. But these video sessions, there are 3 different types of video sessions. The first is we interview a social entrepreneur on their journey, just learn a little bit more about them. The second type is a social entrepreneur can share a specific idea or topic, as in they share educational content that all of the people on the call can learn from. And then the third is solving a challenge. So this is the actual hackathon. The social entrepreneur comes up to us and asks us, hey, can your community help me solve 2 to 3 challenges that I'm facing for my organization? We vet them, we say yes or no. And if we say yes, they come on board. They share a little bit about their organization. They share their challenges. And we just ask people in our community to sign up and share their thoughts. And we have a brainstorming session together on that video session. So yeah, those are the 3 types. And those are a little bit about video sessions in our hackathons.
Yeah, so it's literally like a group brainstorming session.
Yep.
So okay, so tell me this is good. So tell me some of the best problem solutions, challenges, solutions that have come out of these brainstorming Sunday sessions with a collective group from around the world. This is crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. So one that we did quite recently. It was for our winner, Beatrice Caroma. She's based out in Sierra Leone in Africa. And she was also the winner of our social innovation competition in 2019. She came with us with a challenge for her innovation. She created these trash bins made out of recycled car tires to help combat littering in her town in Sierra Leone. Using trash cans, even if you place them in different corners of your town, it's not like people are going to use it right away if there isn't that education behind why littering is wrong. And how the community can get behind utilizing trash cans, and then you have to bring the government in and get sponsorship and stuff like that. So she came with us with the challenge of how can I, train my community to, bring these trash bins everywhere, and also, can you give me a curriculum for how to get my community to use this? So we had people across the nation, even across the world, join. We had teachers that have taught social entrepreneurship classes. We had other social entrepreneurs that worked on the education side jump on the call. We had people from all over that were helping. And ultimately, they created like some sort of curriculum that she can use for their community. We gave her marketing materials. We gave her, ways that she can get the government and other corporations involved, showing that it's a win-win for both of them. And she was able to utilize that, add their logos onto their trash cans, come up with the curriculum, send it out to the community, especially because it was targeted towards mothers. So they said, we can always bring food to get more people in. But yeah, it ended up being quite a success after that.
That is dope. Like, so basically it's, wow. So this is a free social impact with this group think. So even being an entrepreneur and you have an idea and it's almost like an instant customer discovery.
Yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Girl, I need it. Okay. So I need to sign up. Okay. So we're going to do this. All right. We're going high tech, y'all. So if you have your computers and you want to do this with me, go to myimpaction. That's myimpaction.com. Imani wants to know how she can apply for a hackathon.
Oh, okay.
So good question.
Great question. Okay, so if you're interested in hosting the hackathon, Legina, can you share your screen and we can go to the website?
Yes, we're going to the website.
Yeah, is that okay?
Here we go, y'all. Yeah, of course it is. Here we go. High Tech 2020.
There we go.
LaRae Infinity Let's Talk podcast special edition on a Saturday going down.
Hey.
Hey. Okay, here we go. Let's see. I go here.
Wait, Legina, I'm seeing a white screen right now.
You're going to see Impaction in a second. Oh, it's going to come. Boom. Okay.
Awesome. Okay, so you're going to scroll a little bit down, keep going. You're going to go to myimpaction.com and you're going to scroll down, and there's a section that's called video sessions.
Video sessions. Oh, it's at the top in the little tab. I see it.
Yes. And then that also works. Yeah. And it'll scroll all the way down. And then there are two buttons right under the video. One says participate in a hackathon, and then the other one says host a hackathon. So it'll lead you to a Google form. You can fill out the application for either of those. Participation, there's no vetting involved. We'll just add you right to the newsletter. And for hosting, you'll go through one or two rounds for the application process, and we'll reach out to you and ask you a few questions. But yeah, if you're interested in hosting, we would love to have you.
Yeah, so this is basically to ensure that you're not wasting this collective group's time on a project, and to also, I guess, prepare people, because when you ask questions, it just formulates answers that prepare people. So, and y'all, this looks pretty cut and dry. It has email address, first and last name. Please describe what you're working on, what type, and other descriptions you may need. So it's super simple. Then I'm assuming you press submit, and somebody from Shivani's team will get back to you, right? That's how it goes?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, cool. So I am going to go to the beginning of the website, and I want to sign up for this newsletter. But before I sign up, because I have you on the line, I'm like, yo, Shivani, I sign up for newsletters all the time. Sometimes it's forced upon me. Like I'm like, whoa, where'd this newsletter come from? Sometimes I sign up for them and I'm like, why did I sign up? So what's special about this newsletter? Why do I want to sign up for this particular newsletter?
Yes, you need to sign up because all of your information and social impact will be all in one spot. We share jobs, we share events, we share funding opportunities, we share networking and videos, new videos as well. So you're learning, you're connecting, and you're getting connected to jobs and even job seekers if you want to post a job on our social impact job portal. So it's all in one spot, and we send a newsletter every single week on Sundays. So we're trying not to clog up your inboxes. I know especially there's guerrilla marketing happening now, so we want to be respective of your inboxes as well.
Yeah.
But we share summary reports, and everything that you need is all in one spot.
That is dope. Okay. So Deborah, this is the young lady I was telling you about here in Houston, president of the Houston Community College Central SGA, has a question. And she's asking, would you consider motivational speaking social entrepreneurship? And I'm going to answer that first. Absolutely. But go ahead, Shivani, break it down.
I think so. I think it depends on the type of motivational speaking that you do. Health and wellness is a huge part of it. Mental health especially is something that is underappreciated and is hidden in any type of community, especially with entrepreneurship. People don't talk about mental health and mental illness, especially if you're an entrepreneur. So it should be at the forefront of the conversation. If you can't function as an individual, what makes you think that you're going to be able to help others, right? So I think it is. Absolutely, hands down.
Yeah, come on with the gems. That's crazy because it's very true. Like we're both entrepreneurs. Both the people streaming right now are also in the entrepreneurial space or getting down with it, and that's something that always comes up in conversation. Like being an entrepreneur is hard.
Oh, yeah.
It is not easy, but when people say that, as soon as you say something that may not be perceived as quite positive, people are like, why are you complaining? It's like, no, we're not complaining. This is a good hard. This is a good journey. This is the most transparent I feel like I've ever had to be with myself, because it's not like, oh, I don't want to get up and go to work, and you drag into the office and you do the job and you get it done. It's like, no, like you actually have to have motivation even when you don't want to do the work, because if you're not doing it, it does not get done. We have some comments coming across that says this is definitely one worth signing up for, and the community seems like a great one to be a part of. And then shout out. I love the shout out. Thanks for the answer. Yeah, this is really cool. Okay, so I'm ready. Okay, so we're going to enter into the website. So I'm going back in. Here we go. Okay, so we're in. I put in www.myimpaction.com. These slides come up of people that look like the world actually, and not like, oh, this is it doesn't look like, yeah, this is diversity. No, this looks like the world right here. I'm going to ask you about those papers and those bowls in a second, but let's stay focused. Okay, what do I need to do?
All right, so if you want to get to the job portal, you're going to scroll down.
Let me sign up for the newsletter first.
Oh, the newsletter? Okay, all right. Let's scroll down a little bit further then.
Okay.
We're going to go, I think it might be after innovation news, but let me
right here.
Yeah, so yeah, right there. Subscribe to our newsletter. Pop your email in. And
I don't mind people seeing it. Like everybody knows my podcast. LRI Let's Talk at gmail.com. Hit me up if you're interested in being a guest, or you need instructions on how to sign up for the Impaction newsletter. So, okay. So now I press subscribe, and
take a second.
It might, and it may take longer on my what is it? My network. Okay. It says the form was sent successfully. Okay. So I have that done.
That's it.
Oh, that's it.
Yep.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. So I'm part of the newsletter. What is this?
So we have like a resource hub on our website right now. So that comprises of innovation news and idea forum. So With innovation news, we share positive news articles across 3 different sectors that we see: environment, education, and technology. So this is all about, if you're an entrepreneur, if you want to see what other entrepreneurs are doing, look at our innovation news and you can like browse past the articles there. Idea forum is if you want to post an idea or a challenge that you're facing, you would be able to, it's like a normal forum, like a social media forum, and you'll be able to see the community post there and be able to interact with people there too.
Okay, so realistically, in those two forms, what is the interaction rates? Because some of the communities you get in, and this isn't even throwing shade, but let's be for real. Like if there's you ask a question and maybe you'll get 3 or 4 answers, that's still better than nothing. And I really do believe is my homegirl Mani says is like, what is it? Throw your hat in the ring, or throw your shoe in the whatever. that thing, like just try. So what is the interaction? How do people engage? What's the engagement?
Yeah, so honestly, with the idea forum, the engagement is pretty low, mostly because people prefer to have face-to-face interactions through video sessions anyway. When you ask people a challenge or an idea, and it's just like a block of text, it's hard to get a comprehensive conversation, especially when it comes to social impact. That usually a conversation like that takes at least an hour. But to chat with people back and forth about an impact idea, it's tough. The purpose of that forum is, just to see who's in our community, what are people chatting about in the first place. And, some posts receive interactions, some don't. But we understand that, most people want to have that face-to-face communication. So we try to market those as much as possible.
Yeah, I mean, especially in 2020, like anything we can do to meet each other's faces, I'm like, fuck some text. Like, let's talk for real. So okay, cool. All right, so now we're gonna do this job portal thing. Oh, I'm already like really close to it. So let's go from the top. So I scroll down, and it's this one right here on the left.
Wait, Legina, you are not sharing your screen
Oh,
anymore.
I'm not. Oh, Phil. Okay, here we go. Yes.
There we go. All
Okay,
right.
so it's right there. So like y'all, it's like right here at the top. You go down just a tad bit, job portal, you click on it, and it comes to, if this loads, yes, it comes to this. So what do I do from here? Because sometimes Excel sheets popping up like this can be a little bit intimidating, and you're like, I don't know what to do anyways. So tell me what to do. Okay,
so are you a job seeker or a job creator?
Ooh, what do y'all think, y'all? Job seeker, job creator? I'm going to go with realistically, we're all job seekers. Let's do that. I'm a job seeker.
Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to scroll through. We have 25 or so positions that are lined up here. So tell me, what is your, like, Legina, I think your expertise might be in sales, might be in marketing, maybe I don't know, just the way that you're speaking. It just
Oh
seems
my
like
gosh. Do I sound okay? Yeah, D saying a job seeker. Oh my God, do I sound like I'm in sales? Oh God, help me.
No, it's not a bad thing. There's a level of confidence that comes with it.
Okay. Thank you. I'll take a compliment. Okay, we could do something as simple. My education background, I have a master's in higher ed. So my educational background is in education. So maybe something teaching, or we'll do something like that, sure.
Okay, sure. So why don't you see that filter? Actually, no. Why don't we just scroll down? I know which position might be good for you.
Okay. So what I would do, I'm a job seeker. I start scrolling through these positions.
Yes.
And am I looking at this spot on the left right here?
Yeah, so job seekers will be looking at the spot, all the green cells.
Oh, so a speaker volunteer. We are looking for applicants who profound English. Oh, this is cool.
Yeah, and there are all types of organizations like nonprofits and for-profit companies that are based across education, technology, all different types of sectors that are on here.
Oh, and it even says where it's located. So y'all, if y'all are seeing this, it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 6th column. It says if it's remote, and it looks like people are down for this remoteness.
Yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Are these paid?
Some of them are paid and some of them aren't. It depends on the organization.
A TikTok specialist. Okay, this is very, and it says, oh, require qualifications, ages 14 to 22. I've officially aged out of a damn job. What kind of shit is
That's
this?
only one organization.
It's okay. I don't do TikTok anyways, or them reels.
Okay, so this is the one, Beyond the 5. Instructors, and of course, it was right under that TikTok specialist one.
Oh, crap. Okay, I'm going to try to find it. I'm on like the littlest computer you could ever have. And so like y'all may be seeing a bigger screen than me, but this shit is itty bitty. Hold on. Okay. If you see it, tell me to stop.
Oh, right there, right there.
Oh, go down.
Instructors and course creators, right there.
Okay.
With Beyond the 5. So if you're interested in this position, and if you're interested in connecting directly to the job creator, after learning a little bit more about the organization, what they're looking for in the position, then you can scroll to the right, and it says initials of interested candidates in the purple cell on the right. And all you're going to do is edit that cell and add your initials.
But how will you know it's me if I add my initials?
That's the first step. And
okay, you're telling me to do what you say. Got it. Yes, ma'am. Here I go. I'm adding my initials. Here it goes. LRH. Okay.
And now, do you see that cell number 6? So if you're a job seeker, complete this follow-up survey.
Oh, shit. Okay, no. Do I keep... Oh, this right here?
Yes. Yep, step 6.
Okay.
So it will lead you to a survey, and in that survey, we're going to know this is you. These are the positions that you're interested in applying for. And since we have your email address, we'll connect you directly to the job seeker.
Okay. Oh, here, let me show everybody what this looks like. I was like, oh, this would be great because the recordings here, you could use this for your website. But of course, then here I go cussing up a storm. So, if you need me to do it again, I'll try not to cuss, but whatever.
This is really cool though. Legit, I've never actually recorded this before. So this is great.
Yeah. And you know what? Like the form is really like I said, Excel can be like super intimidating, and the form is super understandable once it's explained. So it might be a idea for your marketing to like, jump in there and do that. It has my email address. Okay. I'm acting brand new to Google Forms, y'all. Like I'm acting brand new. Okay. So real quick. And then it says position, how many positions are you interested in? Okay. Really, pay. Word of mouth. Well, how'd you find out about it? Okay, this is really cool. And then I press submit, and then y'all kind of link us together.
Yep. So you're cutting out all of the middlemen. You're cutting out the bureaucracy. You're going right to the job creator.
Okay, so with Impaction, because I know everybody's wondering at this point, and I know Imani, like if I don't ask this question, when I get off and I end up talking to her probably later today, she's going to be like, why didn't you ask about how much this, like, why isn't she charging? Because this is what people are, and I understand like sustainability and accessibility and everything, but a lot of people have systems like this in place right now, and they're charging for them, and proven value, right? Like what's the proven value? So do you have a plan on scaling, or is this something that's a nonprofit and it's being paid through grants, or what are you doing?
Yeah, so we are not a nonprofit, we're a for-profit. And right now we're testing to see if this proof of concept, this spreadsheet essentially works. And ultimately, we've had over, 100 job seekers that have been connected to job creators in the last 3 months. 55% of the postings were full-time and internship opportunities, and 62% of job creators were like people of color and women, and 80% of job seekers were people of color workers. So we're really working on the equity portion. The reason why this is free right now is to see if the market can, it's to gain loyalty. It's to get people connected during a tough time.
Yeah.
But next year, when we launch the portal officially on our website, it will be a paid position, not for the seekers, but for the creators, the people who post jobs.
Okay, Shivani, we see you. We see you. Okay, well, that makes me think that you need to, you know how I told you about the Us space when we originally met? It's the co-working space for women that's going to be here in Houston, intentional for unapologetic self-starting women, always keeping the conversation Black, Indigenous women and women of color. So I'm going to invite you to our Thursday virtual co-workings. It's called Get Shit Done. And you come with, 2 or 3 tasks you need to get done, one low activity, one that's pretty involved in something you may need to collaborate with. It's not really a role, but like to keep us focused. So I'm going to invite you to GSD because I know the women in that group would love to plug in with you and be a part of this social impact initiative and movement that you're creating, because I really feel like this is a movement. Like it's the way you've conceptualized it and thought it up with your co-founder is amazing. It's some really good stuff.
Thank
I love
you.
that.
I love that. I'm so excited. That would be great.
Yeah, no, I got you. People are in and out all day, so we literally sit in there and co-work, and somebody goes to a meeting, and you put somebody on mute, and you go do something else, and people meet in the room. So it's really good. But like what you're doing is awesome. And also, so how do I sign up for Sundays? Since I signed up for the newsletter, am I signed up for Sunday now?
So what's going to happen is that tomorrow morning at 4 a.m., you'll get an email.
Okay.
Because we send out newsletters on Sundays. That's our day. So you'll get an email, and on that email, we're going to have a Sunday session just tomorrow. It's going to be from 11 to 12 p.m. CST. And just right on the top, there'll be some information if you guys are interested in participating. Tomorrow we're going to be talking to an entrepreneur based out in Texas, actually in Dallas, and he is he's talking about how to run your business during a pandemic.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, he's essentially going to be hosting tomorrow. So all you have to do is, if you want to participate or register for the event, you'll get the link right in the newsletter.
Okay, that's dope. So y'all make sure you sign up for this newsletter because it seems like it's going to be one that we're going to want to click on and open. So that's super exciting. Okay. So you are CEO of a virtual community, pretty much.
Yeah.
What does that look like? What have been some of the challenges and triumphs? Because even past the COVID 2020 social unrest, 2020 nightmare, blessing, whatever, this clusterfuck of what it is.
Yeah.
You've been doing this, at least since I know I heard you say 2018. So what does that look like? How do you do this?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's challenging, especially if you work in community engagement. The one thing I'm really I miss the human communal feeling. I really miss that. And with Impaction, I know that we're building a virtual community, and in some ways, the triumphs that we get from the competitions, the video sessions, even the international community projects, especially, it's just validity over and over again that people online can act in their community if there's that that bond that you share overseas. So in terms of COVID and whatnot, we haven't had to pivot our mission. We just actually really funneled it down to its bare bones. That was an opportunity for us. But on the other hand, I really miss that, the communal feel. There's so many people that I know around the world, even in the nation, that either I haven't met or I haven't seen in the last 2 or 3 years. But the energy that they give off, even when we meet, is just something else. It's the people in the social impact space, they lead with their hearts. And it just, makes this gray world so much more colorful talking to them. So inspires me every single day. So I love that. It drives me for sure.
All right, come on with the poetic justice, talking about gray to colors. I love it. Okay, so Deborah's saying that she really loves that this is free because it's something that she can share with college students on her campus who are entrepreneurs. And are looking for jobs or internship opportunities. So thank you so much for this amazing resource. And I really like that even when you move to your scaling model, that you're charging small businesses. I do request that you I request that you think about small businesses that are maybe one or two employees and that we don't charge them, because that's also a challenge. It just like you were talking about grayscale, it's never black and white, and it's always interesting as an entrepreneur, a solo entrepreneur with just me doing everything, and I'm like, damn it, I can't afford that. Like, damn it, like if I could afford something, it would actually be to hire somebody. Like, you know.
Yeah, I like that you said that. We were thinking about size before, but actually, we shifted to like the stages of their company. You know, if they're less than 2 years old, we're cutting down all of the prices by third.
Oh, I love it.
So we're working on the pricing model, but I completely agree. I have to put myself in entrepreneur's shoes. Like, we just entered our 3rd year, and I still have to ask myself with our own services, would I pay for this or not? And if my answer is no, then why the hell would anyone else, you know? So
Yeah, and we all struggle with that scalability thing, but trust me, the ladies in GSD will tell you when they'll be like, "Girl, it's time to charge. Don't even play. Like, charge, even if it's $5." Amani says she cannot wait to chat with you further in GSD on Thursday. And trust me, when you come in the room, everybody, hey, like, what? Like, it's crazy. And we ask what you need help with, what you're working on for the day, and usually, like I said, people kind of fade back into mute, and you can see people singing. And then somebody, like, you could tell they're on a phone call or in a meeting, but it's really inviting and welcoming and everything else. Let's see, we've talked about everything. Is there anything we missed that we talked about? Like, we even got to do like the online little bit.
I don't think so. I think people get who we are.
Yeah.
I urge anyone to, if you have questions about social impact, I'm still figuring it out as well, and we can figure it out together. So just reach out to me. You can reach us, at, the social media is there as well. But if you want should I give out my personal email, or what do you think?
No, girl, they can find you on these social. No, we got to drive traffic to where it needs to go. Now in GSD, that's where personal information gets exchanged, and you all of a sudden have a whole bunch of collaborative efforts or whatever. Another thing that I really, really quickly want to go over is, oh God, I just drew a stupid blank. Okay. Anyways, so we've gone over everything. We went over the website. We went over the job seeking and the fact that you can post on there, the newsletter. That's the time. So for the Sunday meeting, what time is the Sunday meeting? Because I know you talked about it's on Sunday, but what time is it?
11 a.m. Central Time.
Okay, 11 a.m. Central Time. And do you require cameras on? Like, go over the whole Zoom or wherever it is. Like, cameras, do they have to be on? Do you have to participate? Do you have to have clothes on? Like, give us some rules, girl. Give rules.
Yes, because YouTube doesn't allow nudity over. we ask that everyone has clothes on and turns their video on.
Okay.
Yeah, having video, having basic audio and video on. Active participation is always encouraged. We have some people that like to listen instead, and we understand that. It just depends on, the types of people that are on the call. Some will talk more than others, and that's natural. But yeah, and we ask that if you have questions, it's more of like a conversation, so it's very organic. I don't want to try to talk the entire time. That's not my job. I expect everyone to be leaders and self-starters and ask their own questions. If you are shy, I'm happy to answer the question on your behalf, but it's very organic, and it's a great way to learn and engage with an international community. of not only social entrepreneurs, but students. Lots of students joined the call, teachers, business professionals. It's you will meet someone in Nigeria, you'll meet someone in Australia, Indonesia, every single Sunday. It's crazy.
Okay, so we have one more question, and then we're gonna head out on a Sunday because you have a holiday of 9. What day are you in of your 9-day holiday?
God, I don't even know. I think we might be closer to 6.
The 6th day. Oh, this
No,
is
wait.
so beautiful.
6 or no, it's the 9th. Yesterday was autumn. Yeah, today's the 9th.
The 9th day. So this is the final day. Okay, so I need to let you get back to your turnip, but um, what inspired you to embark on this social entrepreneurial uh social impact journey? Like, I know we talked a little bit about like how you started and got into it, but what was that inspo that made you be like, I've got to do this for the rest of my life? If
Yeah.
that's a thing.
It is. For me, it's like any other with all social entrepreneur stories, it always ends up being someone going abroad, learning how sheltered their life was, and coming back and realizing, oh, there's more to life than this. And I am no different. It sucks to say that, but I am no different.
Mm.
I went to India to a rural village in India called Degam in Ahmedabad, and my grandfather actually built the school there, public school there 50 years ago, and he fought and argued with the government over budgeting, and him and his friends built it from scratch, and he told me of stories there. I ended up 50 years later, there are around 400 students with 8 teachers there, and whether or not, education is a central priority in their life is something else. But
Mm-hmm.
the fact that they are able to receive some sort of education, at least until 8th grade, before they choose to move out to, the city or, work in farms, that's up to their discretion. But I ended up having a really transformative experience there. Like I said, I was a biology major, and the second semester of my junior year, I had that emotional attachment. I realized I wasn't even good at biology at the first place. Why did I have to, my skills were not being utilized, and like there was something wrong. So I switched my major second semester, and still ended up graduating early, like a semester early, but it ended up working out. And after that, I moved to DC, to get my master's in public policy, and um, there I had I had 3 different internships at the same time in the summer, and I thankfully met my co-founder through Ashoka, and she's the one who came up to me. She's the one who said, I have an idea for an organization and I need you to run it. And it took 2 weeks of convincing, but I've never looked back since. It's been
That's
awesome.
so beautiful. I love this story. I love what you're doing on some real stuff. Like, I feel super blessed the way we met and that we've been able to connect further, because I'll tell you this, what you said you were doing, I was already like, oh, this is cool. But ooh, girl, this is, lack of a better way of putting it, in like a more socially responsible way. This is some money moves right here. Like, this is some for real badass stuff that you're doing. I love it. And I know just from this conversation, you have at least 3 more people in your community, because me and Monty and Deborah are going to go over there, and active people. And I know Deborah's going to share it with students that she knows. And so, yeah, she's saying it's extraordinary.
I love you
So
guys.
cool. So I'm so glad that you have been here with us. Is there any closing thoughts that you have for everybody, or anything you want to make sure to get across?
I just want to say, first off, Legina, thank you for this opportunity. I am really blessed that we met over an app. I feel like many people in my life that are in my life, I have met through some form of technology, and um, they end up being very close to my heart. So thank you so much. Your energy is just something else.
Thank you.
And I think for everyone that's watching right now, for anyone who tells you that, making a difference means that you need to donate or you need to vote. I mean, voting. Yes, please vote. Please vote.
Vote.
Please vote. Sorry, not voting. That you need.
It's on your mind, girl. This is serious. Vote.
Yes, vote. Please vote. Sorry, donating or starting your own organization. If anyone tells you that, those are the only two ways, or there's these traditional ways of helping. For anyone that joins our community, our main mission is to get everyone involved, no matter who they are, where they are. Get involved in helping other people. It'll make your energy so much more positive. It'll help you contribute to the world in more resourceful ways. There's this specific phrase in Japanese saying, it's called ikigai, and it's your purpose for life. It's at the intersection of what you love, what you're good at doing, what the world needs, and I forgot the fourth one, but it's really informative. And follow your purpose in life. And our motto is to start small, but to start somewhere. So we thank you guys for starting with us. Really excited.
All right. Yeah. I mean, so what I've learned from this one is what you're doing is amazing, but like social impact is something that we literally do every day, and we need to acknowledge it more because it makes it more powerful.
Yeah.
I.e., brainstorming with somebody about something that they're doing in a community, having this mindset that like even all of us that are watching and streaming right now could literally get on a call and decide that we want to do a clothing drive across the country, count the amount of clothes that we have, and Shivani and her team will figure out water and carbon emissions and what we saved and everything else. But there's these really simple ways of doing social impact. And if you want to get a job or volunteer doing social impact, there is a beta job portal that we are that you can go onto on myimpaction.com and basically find a job and or find a way to just be impactful. Sign up for the newsletter so that you can get on these Sunday community calls that are just an hour long and do a big old brainstorming. And if you want to be the person that has the thought that everybody thinks over and brainstorms over, you can also sign up for that. And it's in the playback, so y'all are welcome to go back and look at it. And I'm sure that sooner or later, Shivani's going to put that up on our website because it seems like it'd be a good idea. But anyway, Shivani, thank you so much for being here. Y'all, thank you so much for streaming. This has been dope. Our next LaRae Infinity Let's Talk will be on our Instagram, our IG at LRI Let's Talk. It's going to be on Tuesday with Christina. She's based here in Houston, and she has a business called PS. So learn about that. She's in a pitch competition right now, so we're supporting her while she is, pitching and raising money for her business. So once again, this podcast is all about women telling their unapologetic stories the way they want to tell them in their own time. And on these special editions, we are highlighting dope ass women from around the country, from around the world that are making change and being strong individuals and just bringing light to this gray scaled world. All right, y'all. Have a good Saturday, and we'll see you on Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Central Time. All right, Shivani, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Bye.